Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Brickazoid's Den. I have a fun video that I wanted to do. Of course, I wasn't covering the show weekly, and I decided that I'm going to cover it all right now. And that show, of course, if you saw the thumbnail, is Peacemaker. Man, this show was a lot of fun. This show was a lot of fun. So basically what I want to do is just do a very quick, hopefully it's very quick, review of the series, as well as the finale, which was crazy. And then I also want to get into some like LEGO stuff that would never ever happen just based off of how extreme the show is. But you know, if it ever did, then this I think would probably be the best course of action for LEGO. So I do want to get into that stuff. So I guess we'll start with the review right now. All right, to start, like I said, I wanted to do the review here. And overall, I really liked this show a lot. It was very baseline, like we were just on Earth. There wasn't anything too crazy. We have our aliens as enemies, as well as Augie Smith, or Peacemaker's dad, the White Dragon, which was very over the top, but he had a cool suit, to be fair, but it was a way over the top. You never know what's going to come out of the mind of James Gunn, and this is a perfect representation of that. This show was, again, super good, but it was so over the top. There is so many things I'm like sitting there like, oh, that is terrible, but of course, it is still an amazing show. And by what I mean by that is like that was really offensive or something like that. Like the show was way over the top, but again, it was really great. All the characters were very enjoyable. I mean, I liked the storyline of how it went and everything. All the main characters were really great. John Economos was a highlight that I wanted to highlight because I really liked his character. A lot of fun, and a very funny character as well. Mainly when Peacemaker made fun of him, but you get the point. And John Cena as well. John Cena as Peacemaker, absolutely incredible. Really good stuff. And Vigilante as well was a lot of fun. And yeah, every character there, Adebayo, Amelia Harcourt, and Myrn, and all those characters, a lot of fun. And like I said, Augie Smith, or the White Dragon, was quite a character. He was a lot of the over the top. A lot of the over the top stuff came from him, but he was a very cool character, and even if he was who he was, he did have a pretty cool suit. He did have a really cool suit in episode 7, I think it was. So again, overall, the show was really well done. I liked all 8 episodes. I remember, every week I'd be very excited to go and watch the next one. So again, great job with the show, and I cannot wait for season 2. There's so many options. There's so many things that they could do for season 2. I have an idea that maybe, considering at the end of the series or season, Adebayo made that statement about Task Force X and their job, basically. And I think maybe Amanda Waller might want to send out some people to kind of keep that stuff under wraps. So I don't know if that's where season 2 is going, but again, it's the mind of James Gunn, so it could literally go anywhere. As well as Judo Master is still alive too, so he could maybe be factored into season 2 some sort of way. As well as Goff as well, the butterfly, the main kind of butterfly that we mainly follow in this season. But yeah, I am so excited for season 2. I thought season 1 was really great, and I loved watching it. So now I want to get into some LEGO related talk when it comes to Peacemaker. All right, now it is time for me to talk about some LEGO ideas based off of the show, because as we are definitely not getting LEGO, let's just say that for what the show is, we're definitely not getting LEGO. But if we were to get some sort of LEGO related stuff, what could that look like? And here is my idea. So when I went back through the series and just kind of looked at some clips, kind of skimmed through the episodes, and I couldn't find a very memorable moment, or not memorable moment, but memorable thing to use as a full-blown LEGO set. So instead, I thought, why not do a minifigure series, which I think is still going to be a bit difficult, because a lot of the characters are just like cops as like the villains, because the butterflies take over these characters. But I still wanted to highlight some of like the main characters, as well as I guess some of the villains are like mainly the villains of the series are just cops. So it's kind of tough to find anything too unique, but I think it's still fun to just kind of go through season 1 and look at some notable characters that could be turned into Lego minifigures. And I personally wouldn't mind seeing a Peacemaker minifigure series, because I think some of the characters in there could be fun to have, especially if Peacemaker season 2 is going to be as big of a hit as this one was. I was going to say something else and I completely forgot. So, in that case, we will move on to the first minifigure in the series. So, of course, our first minifigure is Peacemaker / Christopher Smith. For Peacemaker, it would obviously just be his regular suit, the red suit with the dub of peace, they called it. And then as well, it would come with the Peacemaker helmet, the kind of classical one that we see most of the series. And then I was also thinking that it can include a Christopher Smith hairpiece, so if you just wanted to take the helmet off and put the hairpiece on instead. It wouldn't really come with like any regular clothing or anything like that, not going that far, but just that having that hairpiece might be good just to have Peacemaker unmasked, because for a large amount of the series, he didn't actually have his helmet on. Then, as well, I thought of another accessory for him, which would just be like a regular pistol gun piece with a black candle on the end, so almost like a silencer kind of gun, or I don't know, like in the series, Peacemaker has a very long gun, so I just thought adding that candle piece might be a good way to make that gun look a little bit larger, and that would just kind of be a part of his accessories. And then, as well, his last accessory would be, of course, Eagly, which I would think the LEGO would just use the Lego City Eagle piece for Eagly, which would make complete sense. And then there's your Peacemaker minifigure to start us off. For number 2, I wanted to take a look at Leota Adebayo. And for Leota, it would just be her regular attire, the attire that we see most often in the series. But actually, you know what? She does kind of change her clothes once in a while in the episode, so I don't know. I guess just the one that we see the most, I think, would probably be the one that is used here. And then she would have let's see, the X-ray Vision Peacemaker helmet, which doesn't look too different from the regular Peacemaker helmet, I don't think. I think there's only a few changes in the actual helmet design, as of all the Peacemaker helmets in the series. But what's cool about this one is that I think they could add like little red kind of what would that be, like to represent like the glasses, I guess, of the X-ray vision when they come down. It would just be like little red glass, not glass, but like the little red plastic. I can't describe this. I'm having so much difficulty here. And that would just kind of go on like the eye holes of the actual helmet, just to kind of show that it's the X-ray vision version of the helmet. And then she would also come with a little like printed book piece maybe of Peacemaker's diary, which she planted in Peacemaker's trailer when she had drinks with him at the end of episode 4, I think it was. Was it 4 or 5? I don't remember exactly, but yes, she would have the Peacemaker diary as well for her character. Now we're moving on to number 3, which is Amelia Harcourt. And for her, I couldn't really think of a lot of unique accessories for Harcourt, because, you know, I didn't want to do like a beer piece or like a beer bottle piece because she goes to the bar all the time or whatever. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything specific because a lot of her fighting was hand-to-hand combat, especially that really amazing fight with Judo Master in Mern's apartment. And so basically what I thought of would just be having her have a pistol piece, the same piece that Peacemaker... Wow, this is going to be a lot, huh? The same Lego piece that Peacemaker had as for his minifigure, as well with the black candle on it to make it look longer. It would just be that piece minus the black candle, of course, just as like a pistol piece. Because a lot of the show they just use guns in the series, so there's not really any unique weapons or anything like that I could really throw in here. But then, as another accessory for Harcourt, I was thinking of including Mern's butterfly piece. So like I don't know exactly, this might be like a new mold or something like that for these butterfly characters, but it would basically be from when, I think it was episode 6, Mern was killed, I believe. Was it episode 7 or episode 6? Man, I can't even think. No, it was 7. It was 7. So episode 7, Mern, of course, gets killed, and then his butterfly is also killed. But I was thinking of just having like that butterfly, some sort of butterfly piece mold that couldn't be included with Harcourt as like Mern's butterfly, which they said the name of it, but it's some like wacky long name that I don't know, so I'll move on from there. But that is Harcourt. For number 4, we have, of course, the classic John Economos. We need him in this minifigure series. Again, one of my favorite characters from the actual season. Really liked his character. And for him, I was, of course, thinking of including the laptop piece, probably like the black laptop piece that's closed, because, he's like the computer guy, so it would make sense. And then I was also thinking, again, there was not a lot of like unique accessories that I could really think for a lot of these think of that for a lot of these characters. So for John Economos, I did the laptop piece, like I said, and then I was also thinking of doing the framed picture from the little like last part of the finale with John Economos when he was going back to his desk in Belle Reve. He took out like this picture of when they all took a picture of them listening to like 11th Street Kids and stuff like that in the what was that, like the truck when they drove back from episode 4, I think it was, from the Glantai facility. So yeah, I was thinking of like that frame picture piece, but I don't know. It was kind of tough to think of some accessories for him. And then I also thought of just doing the chainsaw piece for him, because of course he kills the gorilla with the chainsaw in episode 4 as well, the Glantai episode. For minifigure number 5, Adrian Chase slash Vigilante. So this would have the regular Vigilante body piece, like the full armor and everything like that. And then it would also come with a helmet. They could probably use like maybe the skater, or not the skater, the dirt bike like guys from the Lego City theme, the dirt bike Lego City theme that's going on right now that I don't really know much about, but they could maybe use that helmet, or maybe even just a new mold might be better for that helmet, because it was kind of a unique looking helmet piece. So obviously he would have his vigilante helmet, and then also an Adrian Chase hair piece instead that you can just throw on the Adrian Chase minifigure. Of course, have his face print with his glasses and everything like that. And then for him, it was kind of tough to find accessories that were specific to just Adrian Chase that weren't weapons. So I decided to include his machete, or his sword weapon that he uses to kill everybody in the finale, which was really cool. But yeah, just having that machete piece in there, and then I also included like a machine gun rifle piece for him as well, just another weapon, because I couldn't really think of anything specific for his character that could be like a unique thing. I don't know. I'm trying to go through it in my head, but I can't think of anything specific. So we'll go with that for now. For minifigure number 6, Clemson Mern, or just Mern as we know him from the show. For him, I was thinking, instead of just having guns and weapons the whole time, Mern, before I say his accessories, but Mern should just have his regular outfit that we see him throughout the whole series. And then for his accessories, he would have the butterfly food jar piece. So basically a jar piece that's in a more yellowish color to represent like the butterfly food that the butterflies eat, drink. I don't know. I don't really know how you would describe it. As food, just to eat. So I thought of including that, and then also a walkie-talkie, because he seems to kind of use a walkie-talkie throughout the series, especially in episode 3, I think it was, when they did the stakeout, and Mern would go over the walkie-talkie while in the truck with Adebayo and John Economos, while Peacemaker, Vigilante, and Harcourt were out getting ready to snipe Goff. But yeah, just having that walkie-talkie piece instead of a weapon may have been just to throw in some more unique pieces, I guess, instead of just weapon pieces. For minifigure number 7, we have, oh man, I don't even know if I should be, yeah, I guess it's fine. Augie Smith slash the White Dragon. Augie Smith, or the White Dragon, was a really bad person, but his suit looked really cool. Let's be honest, his suit was really cool looking. And when you like flying around and everything throughout the series, in episode 7, it was really cool. So for him, he would include the actual White Dragon armor, like full armor and everything like that, as well as the helmet, which was really cool looking too. And you can take the helmet off, and it would just be like an Augie, or I don't know what they would use for an Augie Smith face, but just have the face, and then there was also a hairpiece included, so you could replace it instead of the helmet all the time. And then he would also include like orange superhero blast pieces to represent like the gauntlets, the gauntlets that he had that like shot whatever blasts at Peacemaker, Vigilante, and John Economos in episode 7. So it would just be like the orange blast pieces to represent that. And that was really it for his minifigure, but he would be a really cool one, a part of the series, because of just how, I guess not really colorful, how colorful his suit is, but how cool his suit was looked in the series. For number 8, we have Sophie Song, or Detective Song, from the series. And for her, again, this is a cop or a police officer character, detective, and it was kind of difficult to find a unique accessory besides just a pistol, which I did include in here as an accessory. For Detective Song, would just be a pistol piece, which she used for most of the series. And then I also included the Goth butterfly piece in here as well. So it would just be the same butterfly mold, but maybe with some like different colorings. I don't know. It was kind of tough to figure out an accessory unique to just Detective Song. For number 9, minifigure 9 here, I decided to do, what is it? Oh yeah. Judo Master. Gotta be included in this series. He was in a lot of the episodes. Was he in every episode? He may have been. He may have been. I'd have to go back through, but he was in a lot of the episodes, and he was clearly a continuing antagonist of the series. You know, obviously he would have his Judo Master like full suit and everything like that, the really cool green suit with the helmet and everything. But for him, he doesn't need a lot of accessories because all of his abilities are mainly just doing judo and doing like attacks like that, like hand to hand combat stuff. So for his accessory, we did the Hot Cheetos, or bag of Hot Cheetos, because it's got to be included here. I don't know how LEGO would get the license to it. They'd probably just do like a chip bag, but got to be included in here. That was clearly a big part of his character. Every time we saw him on screen, he was either fighting or eating Hot Cheetos. So it makes sense why this would be included as the accessory for Judo Master. For number 10, this is when I was kind of like 10 and 11. I was kind of losing. I didn't really know what to do after I kind of got all the main characters that I wanted to get on the list here. So for number 10, I did Casper Locke, which is the guy that Myrn called in and ended up being the chief of police or something like that, or like the captain of the police force, I think. And then he ended up getting taken over by a butterfly. So for him, I didn't want to just include like another gun piece. So I decided to do, I don't know how this would work, but like a mini mold of the cow from the finale and in the end of episode 7. So obviously in the finale, the whole idea was they had to fight the cow, which is, or not fight it, but kill the cow, which is the food source of the butterflies. So just to kind of like represent that creature, I was thinking just do like a miniature mold of the cow that, you know, a regular Lego minifigure could hold in their hand. It would be, you know, I don't know. It would probably be a unique mold, but I just couldn't think of anything else for Casper Locke to have as an accessory in this minifigure series. But he was, you know, kind of a notable character that he was on screen. He had some episodes, some runtime. For number 11, this was another tough figure to find accessories for, but the character is Larry Fitzgibbon, who was Detective Song's partner throughout the series. Helped to arrest Augie Smith as well as becoming a butterfly himself. But he would have to be included in this series, of course, because he was another character who was pretty prominent, fairly prominent. And for him, his accessories, I just decided to throw in like handcuffs as an accessory because, you know, he like helped to arrest Augie Smith. I don't know. And then I couldn't think of anything else really. So for him, I said maybe like a printed picture or like a printed tile piece of Peacemaker, like the mugshot of Peacemaker from the interrogation scene with that couple from the hotel, or not the hotel, the apartment building, the apartment complex. So just having maybe like that printed picture piece. I don't know. Again, it was tough to find accessories for this character because he's just a regular police officer, but still good to have him included in the series. Now for number 12, this is like big spoiler stuff. I mean, this whole video has been Peacemaker spoilers, but for number 12, I was thinking Amanda Waller, which would be a cool character because we saw her kind of cameo in the finale of Peacemaker as her daughter, out of bio, was doing that speech about Task Force X. Again, I can't talk today, but she was doing a speech about Task Force X and, you know, all the secrets and everything like that, the government secrets. And Amanda Waller was featured in the episode and was shown sitting at the couch, being pretty surprised about what her daughter had done. So having her included in this series, I thought would be kind of cool because, to be fair, I couldn't really think of another prominent character from throughout the series, but yeah, basically it would be Amanda Waller from her finale outfit, different from her Suicide Squad design. I think she had more of like a purple shirt on and things like that. and maybe even a different hair kind of style. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I could be wrong about that. But I think for her accessory, she would also have a laptop piece similar to John Economos' laptop, but instead this one would be open and it would have like a little printed screen of the Suicide Squad all lined up, like so that she could blow up their heads, basically. I don't know, that might be a little too dark for Lego, but this whole series is basically dark because it's based off of a rated R show, or I guess I don't know how you explain that, but yeah, it would just be the laptop with a printed Suicide Squad like lineup and all like their heads to explode, and that's basically Amanda Waller. I don't know. I just thought it would be a cool extra character to include in here to reach the 12 minifigures needed for the series. All right, so that was it for this Peacemaker video. I hope you enjoyed. I super duper enjoyed Peacemaker. Again, I cannot wait for season 2 to come out. I know they're just getting started, but I'm so excited for it to for it being renewed. But yeah, that was pretty much it. Just wanted to talk about Peacemaker because I did, again, I really enjoyed this show. So if you enjoyed that video, do the common YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later.